GM.
We were just off screen talking about AMD robotics and Marty missing generational wealth by not listening to his buddy on some bespoke satellite company.
Dude, some
Microcap.
radar satellite. It was straight out of Wolf of Wall Street, like Arrow Time or whatever the guy says in the movie. Like out of their mom's basement. The guy knew the founder. They were like neighbors or whatever, and it was like 10 cents 2 or 3 years ago on like this penny stock, and now it's like $10.
Dude,
And
I bet
I
the
remember us trying to buy
stock-
options, and there wasn't even like liquidity to buy options, right? So you just had to buy shares, but could have been generational wealth.
generational wolf.
Yeah, I was saying I'm up 500% on some robotic stock, Rich Tech Robotics.
Dude, you keep
People were
tagging me
showing a
wrong,
bunch.
dude. Right now is thinking balls. Damn.
What did I put?
It's
Thinking
over.
balls. Thinking balls. I don't know.
And you didn't tag me, Cozy. What's going on?
Damn.
I was under pressure to get it going live.
Kinking balls, dude. Dude, this is not. I did not sign up for this show, dude.
Do you want me to restart?
No. It's all good. AMD robotics, generational wealth,
Yeah.
and what else? What else we got today? I think it's long
Gold
everything
keeps
season and
pushing.
fucking wait, dude.
Yeah.
Long.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what you were saying about the Citadel conference and gold a bit.
The gold is up. There's a interview yesterday from Citadel's CEO, Mr. Ken Griffin, the
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey from the Prince of Miami. He's trying to make Miami a financial hub. But in the first like 2 minutes or something, he's talking, or 6 minutes, 10 minutes, he's talking about gold, sovereign countries and individuals and hedge funds all looking at gold as, of course, a safe haven. That has always been, that the gold bugs have been talking about for years and years, right? But now with the US dollar down 10%, people are looking elsewhere to put their money. They're still betting on US growth. They really like this administration, but people are taking a little hedge with it along the way, which is the gold hedge, the gold bug hedge. He does show crypto for a sentence or two, but nothing like what this gold is doing right now, dude. This gold is, if you zoom out, we still have insane returns compared. Gold went flat for fucking 11 years, and crypto continued to go higher, but we should be at a solid 130 here anytime soon.
Let me I'm trying to find this tweet from this guy I was looking at. It was kind of funny. I've never really heard this thesis before.
All right, I'm getting triggered at people like manipulating fucking charts to make gold look better than it is. Like saying it's
look any better
because they're posting the last 25 years versus the SPX, but they're starting from the fucking top of the .com bubble, so it's not up that much. But
yeah,
if you start from 2010, we had all of the 2010s up until now. We had like tech stocks.
All right, listen to this theory.
Up only, and it's only up to X since then.
I brought it up on stream. Sounds like Scott Basson's plan is coming out. It is a controlled monetary detonation designed to fund the technological imperial pivot that breaks China's export model. First, this is where he touches on gold. First, it involves a revaluation of U.S. official gold held at the Treasury, booked currently at 42.22 an ounce under the gold certification system, toward a higher reference price, example, $5,000 an ounce. Treasury then issues additional gold certificates to the Fed, which by law must credit the Treasury general account with dollars, creating a one-off injection to the Treasury of about 1.3 trillion. The proceeds aren't meant to finance normal government spending, but to reindustrialize and reposition the U.S. industrial economy and invest in AGI, critical minerals, energy, UAP technology, chip fabs, defense autonomy, and a small investment in a Bitcoin strategic reserve. In effect, the U.S. will convert symbolic reserve faith, gold, into real breakthrough technology and productive capital. A national balance sheet reset to restore trust. The goal here is eliminating China's export-led advantage through American tech, ascending by shifting technology and industrial production back onshore and weaponizing tariffs or tech access to allies and funding it with $1 trillion big bang. Its monetary revaluation will be timed carefully with the ontological shock and disclosure of NHI's presence of this planet and the unveiling of 50 years of hidden breakaway UAP tech we've been working on in underground military bases.
I like to pivot into straight conspiracy theory. Like,
Yeah.
he's probably right for the first half, and then he just fucking goes for it. He
will
cooked
announce
you,
the
and now
world.
you're here.
I don't think it's actually like that much of a conspiracy theory, right? Like, I mean, not saying that this whole thing isn't like put together like one, but I'll get into this afterwards. We will announce to the world that we possess privileged knowledge and access to it. UAP tech and AGI plus quantum computers will be a new entry fee for allies who will have to fund our government debt. This will be a new founding myth for America to regain legitimacy, just as everyone was starting to think America was sliding into a third world country. Now, what I brought this up off stream, what this reminds me of is like the space race, right? Because like it was pretty much whoever had space superiority at the time was going to be the superpower, because like you're jerking off that your defense systems and your military is better than everyone else's. And what this
And then it
will
went
do-
nuclear. Yeah,
Superior
it was the
ballistics
arms race.
missiles.
Yeah, exactly. Then we went nuclear and we showed like, hey, on Earth we have bigger bombs than you too. And now what? Like now we're at a point where everyone has nukes, where nobody's really gonna nuke anyone because
Hey,
let's
the
face it,
Soviets had the bigger bomb on Earth.
yeah, let's face it though, like
They
no
still
one's
lost
gonna
though.
nuke. The only
Yeah.
like person we really have to worry about nuking anyone is North Korea. Like no one else is gonna
Yeah.
nuke anyone. Like the Russia America like Cold War nuclear shit is such a like insane psyop. Like if anyone has any like actual knowledge of like where countries are on the map, fucking Russia's literally our neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like
You could
they're-
walk across. You used to be able to walk across Alaska.
Yeah, bro. If they nuke the West Coast, they nuke them too. You know, like I don't know, like why people think that like
Well,
Russia's
both countries have just incredible second strike capacity that they know. Both sides know they will destroy each other no matter who does it first.
Yeah, you have to have come to the conclusion that everyone must die, like to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it's such a psyop to think that we would go to nuclear war with Russia. And I think the same with China, because China is Russia's ally. So like, why are they going to risk like destroying their ally unless they're just like, again, they just come to the conclusion that like everyone needs to die. So now we move into like this new, the current generation where like everyone's pretty much equal. We're all aware that everyone has nukes. We all know that like no one's really going to fuck with each other on that part. So we've gone into like drone warfare, but it really doesn't do anything for us, right? So like, how do you get everyone to like, you know, stop laughing at you? Well, you come out with, we have bigger and better tech than all the shit that's here. And like, we already know that, I mean, maybe some people don't know, but that we've been using, you know, like different types of discovered technology for quite some time. Like you can look at, I mean, look at a fucking microchip, dude, like nanotechnology, shit like that. You really think that like we just out of nowhere over the course of a few years went from having fucking storage drives the size of warehouses to like having ones that fit in your pocket? Like, have you ever seen the videos where they take a microscope and they like continue to zoom in on fucking nanochips?
Oh yeah, it's like a fucking city.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
city.
fucking insane. You think that humans went from having devices that took up whole fucking storage facilities to that in a short of a period of time that we did without, I don't know, finding some kind of technology that wasn't ours? Like, I don't know. Doesn't add up to me.
You know what's nice, that all these companies leading this tech are public, that we can invest in, and they're not like secret government programs.
Yeah.
It's nice.
But
Well,
so
you
I
know that
don't
the
think it-
government's taking stake in these companies.
Yeah,
right?
they're doing something. I'm sure
you
they
don't
have
think that
some.
there's
I'm
a
sure they have
reason?
some stuff out there, but it's nice we can
You don't think there's a
participate.
reason? You don't think there's a reason Intel's giving up 10% of their company to the
Yeah,
U.S.
yeah,
government for free?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like a, almost like a Hollywood ritual. You do this, you drink a
Mhm.
little kid's blood or
Yeah.
something, and we'll make you a superstar.
Now, look at these options though. They look like dog, except for ETH. ETH is looking good,
Hmm.
dude. Holy shit.
The fella, the
The
Pengu, he
the
was buying, dude.
Bitcoin.
No, he was announcing the ETH buys. He bought the dip. I really think like we used to think. I think every not generation, but like every 5 years, we're like every day we're like, oh my god, this is so insane. This market cap is so insane. Like Nvidia's 4.5 trillion. AMD just hit 350 or 370. Like AMD was just 200 billion last week, now all-time high, right? There's a lot of catch-up to be played, but I think we keep looking at these companies and we're like, how much bigger can they actually get? How many more chips can they sell? How many more iPhones can they keep selling?
What's Intel
And
at, by the way?
Intel market
Intel.
cap,
Yeah.
that's the Brazilian one. I don't know if that's 174
170.
billion. Yeah.
So
I
AMD
used to
overtook.
think. Here's the thing I learned, and OpenAI taught me this. If you think a market cap's too high, you're not dreaming big enough.
Dude, you remember when AMD felt like the total underdog compared to Intel?
It
Now they're
was
about
last
to-
week. We've been talking about it for fucking 2 years. Dude, I
Yeah,
have group chats with
Yeah.
Dime, or private chats with Dime from Twitter, talking about AMD and all these chips. And we caught the wave a few times, like it doubled a couple times, but now this is finally like propulsion. It's finally pushing.
yeah.
I brought.
It's
someone
crazy
brought it
because
up in
it's
the
a very
Telegram
old
channel.
company, AMD. It's like almost 60 years old.
That's because they have that
Yeah.
alien tech, dude. They're finally going to release it to the world.
It's up and down. It used to dominate like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and now it's back.
No, I think with like shit coins, you have to take into consideration like market cap. Sure, this gets a little crazy. Like they could run up to 1 billion on speculation, 2 billion, sure. But at the end, they probably are going to end up lower. If you look at the bigger ones, I think ETH has passed 500 billion a couple days ago. Like Intel's 170 billion, and ETH is 4x that. That's pretty crazy. And then if you go look at PE ratios compared to the .com bubble, like we're not even there yet in like peak speculation tulip level. We're not even close. And with the stimmies coming, with people shipping all their fucking stimmies into the market, with people still speculating on all-time highs every single day, huge funds just shoving chips. I think every dip is a gift.
We're back to every dip. Every dip is a gift season.
I think so, dude. Like the fucked up thing though is in the crypto land that ETH move. Oh, so ETH is like a 70 vol product, right? So you should expect larger moves. But what's fucked up is we get a 5% move down yesterday, and SPX and the Qs got like, I don't know, 0.2 or 0.3%. I forgot what it was. We're still getting outsized returns both up and down, right? So you have to be prepared to, especially on leverage. Like you can't go through a 10% dip on 50x leverage. Like you really should be no leverage spot, or maybe 2-3x, unless you're dented and you can snipe the absolute pico bottom, then you should
I'm
ship your
back
chips.
in.
But
I'm back in, by the way.
yeah,
From,
but if you draw the meme lines,
4470.
I put it in the nice Henry 4470. If you put in the meme lines from the newsletter yesterday, Kraken wicked exactly to the top of the range. It moved
Hmm.
$100 more than any other exchange, and the range is like 4760 to basically 4K, like
Keep chatting, I'll be
4100.
right back.
So
Mhm.
we still have this huge range to get out of. We've been there since the beginning of August, a few months. That's on ETH. Everything else is going for all-time high.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
been a
just
while. Damn.
I think it's just a matter of time of speculation. Right now, the world is looking at gold as a hedge against U.S. markets. They're still shipping in U.S. markets, but maybe you have some issues coming into 2026 with the inflation. I think the
You know,
tariffs
this
are done,
reminds me
right?
of
Scared.
like 2021. Reminds me of 2021 before ETH broke out when it was like hanging at the 1,000, like 1,400 range. Because all the times it visited 4K last year, it was for like a few days, and now it's been a few months.
But it's still up a lot this year. I think it's like 30
Yeah,
something percent
yeah.
year to date,
It's
right? It's
I'm saying
36% year to date.
I think it's getting ready. It's the coil up because
It's either gonna absolutely nuke
yeah.
again to 4K and everybody's gonna
yeah,
cry, and then it will go up, or it's just gonna keep
yeah,
going up. So
yeah. I wouldn't be
I'll put the
surprised.
chips, yeah, that it rinses everybody and then continues
Mhm,
up. But
mhm,
be prepared like for these 10% days to the upside. We get these
mhm.
5% days to the downside. Another 5% would be like 4,300, and to the upside, like a 5% move puts us right back to the top of the range, like 40, almost 4,800. A
Mhm.
10% move puts
I
us
do.
to almost 5K. So prepare for the
Actually,
rotation at any time. I think you're fucked sitting there on leverage though. Like you can't sit in a purse position for 3 months. Like it just doesn't work out. You can barely even sit in an options position for that long unless you um maybe you could put on a nice call spread like a
So I'm looking
45
at robot mines.
5K.
I'm I'm looking at the chart now since like 2017, and it's
Sad.
the first top
Sad.
in 2021 4K was so crazy. Like it nuked to like 1K within a week. It's fucking
Yeah, it
brutal.
was like 1,500 in like a week. Yeah, but
Insane.
we're not gonna get that anymore.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we're gonna get these. It's still a 70 vol asset, so we're still gonna get these, outsized downswings. But what scares me is that we're sitting in this like November 2021 range. We had a super nice rejection off 4K basically, November 3,800, 3,900. Um, but we really need to get above 5K and hold there if we
yeah,
want to see this continuation.
yeah.
I don't know how much like ETH is going to be a $1 trillion market cap. Like you guys better fucking keep building.
You
Like
don't believe?
you don't
It
believe? No, like
it
ETH
has
needs
to
a
be this
lot.
time. Like
Yeah,
it's now or
it's
never.
yeah, it's
Like
now or never. Or that's
we can't
fucking it.
just go back to
AI's
1K again. Yeah.
Yeah, AI is going to take over. They're going to launch a new shitcoin that's going to take over ETH. Quantum
If
computing is
we
going to
if we go to like 3K again, I'm just selling all my ETH for AMD or something.
10K ETH and Tom Lee sends Andrew Kang to the robot mines.
No, for sure. Like it will get there, but it's like you had to hold. Okay, let's say you bought the 2021 top November. You're fucking down, dude. Like
Hmm.
you're a loser, right? If you bought the absolute top, you're down like 5% or something, 4%. Um, while everything else fucking nuked. If you bought ETH at 1K, 1,500, $5, the ICO, sure, you fucking are crushing it. And of course, you don't care if it goes up or down from 3K to 4K because you got in at 15 cents or whatever it was. But if you're like a retail investor and you bought at 5K, let's say, you're just absolutely fucked. You literally could have bought anything else and outperformed. If you bought in 2021. And I feel like a lot of people did buy in 2021. That was like the first craze. Even Bitcoin 2021 was 60, I think. 70. That was that 70K, 68, 69, I think. So like ETH really needs to fucking pick it up. And I think the only thing with ETH is that there could be competitors. Okay, right now there's not a competitor, but in the future there could be a competitor in terms of user base, applications available, bandwidth, market share, mind share. But the Bitcoin is in a league of its own. Like, I don't think Solana's a competitor, but something new could come and replace the ETH. I think that maybe that's part of the scare. I know our favorite Pengu does not agree.
The funny thing right now with I think BTC and things we're saying like it's time to every dip is a gift. You have Strategy putting they paused their weekly Bitcoin acquisitions. They hold a lot. They hold 3% of the supply, but they bought none last week.
And the other buys were like tens of millions, not billions.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was somebody made like a chart. I forgot what it was. Like, oh, if we nuked the fucking the 2021 high, like, dude, everybody is fucked. That the MicroStrategy is screwed. Everybody's screwed. Like, if we go down below, if we go back into like a down 30% is like 80, 90K, it's over for a long time. Like, people are going to lose interest. It'll come back in a few years when the hype cycle comes back, because right now it's AI and that's it. It's free money. You can ship data centers, you can have real life shit, real companies, real users. It's produces income. I think it's funny that we keep sending stocks and sending tickers on what is coming, right? Like, AMD announced that it's a multi-year deal. They're not even starting for like a year, and the
Bro, what did I say?
speculation comes in. Yeah, all you said was they just need to announce something, and
I
that's all
know.
they
I was
did.
like,
That's all. That's
they
all they
literally
did.
just need to make an announcement that has AI in it, and they're fucking back.
And now you're at all-time high. Literally, I think that was 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago. 10 days later, they're at all-time high, like with room to grow, especially to
Why
catch up
why didn't we
with
all in?
Nvidia.
I don't know. I need to start taking my own alpha.
I started DCAing. I just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
No, what you have to do is you have to buy 50% of your position and then DCA the rest, or else you never get the fill that you want.
You're smarter than me.
Just ape. Have you
I
thought
was-
about aping?
I was just gonna put it like a little bit every week.
What are you, fucking pussies? $10 every week?
Stocks,
No, you just gotta ship
I
it,
got all
dude.
the time in the world. It's stocks, right? Biggest
You
stock.
just have to ship it. No, the thing is everything is AI. Everything's data, everything is how many users you have, but they make real money. That's the difference. We're still sitting over here like, dude, Polygon got 2 billion from the New York Stock Exchange owner. Like, that's insane. So we're starting like this revolution of putting stuff on chain and all that, but we're probably still early.
Mhm.
Yeah, did you see the Polymarket announcement?
2 billion valuation at 9.
They partnered with ICE.
Great ticker.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, 2 billion strategic investment in and it's funny because it comes just after Kalshi started to take some mind share from our industry. They were paying, it seems like, every influencer under the sun. We talked about it on the one stream. I'm like, I wonder what they're paying people.
Oh, you know who DM'd me yesterday?
Who?
Polymarket Sports.
Really?
Maybe we have a new sponsor for the Eden Show.
That'd be nice. We
A
are
little-
fans of Polymarket. We none of us took the Kalshi deal over here. So keep that in mind.
Well, what was the up only? They got like 1 million or something from FTX. Like, what do you think Gainsy's getting from Kalshi and Polymarket? Like, I don't know, 20 to 50K a month plus some free play or something. Like,
He's
to
definitely
keep the
he's not working with both of them, is he?
no, it's I think it switched. It was
What's he getting from
Polymarket
Pokemon?
and now it's Kalshi, or it was the other one and the other
I don't
way
think
around.
Polymarket was doing KOL deals. People just talk about Polymarket because that's where the action happens.
No,
Whereas-
no, they do. They sponsor high stakes streams and shit, poker
Well,
streams.
I think sponsoring is a bit different. Like, sponsoring.
Yeah, they sponsor shows, not KOL tweet kind of stuff,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
sponsor gambling related shows.
Yeah, that makes sense. Whereas
But I
Call
was
Sheet's working directly with individuals.
Yeah, I was having this conversation literally right before the announcement. My buddy was like, I think it was Professor Satoshi. He was like, "Oh, what do you think about Call Sheet versus Polymarket, like ICO versus IPO?" And I was like, "Well, Call Sheet's going to IPO because they're in bed with the regulators, and Polymarket is still like in this own crypto realm and all that. So I'll probably go with ICO." Literally 2 days later, or yesterday, they announced this 2 billion investment. So that's it. Like they're gonna go for the real money. They're gonna IPO. They're gonna get legit cash. They're not gonna mint fucking shares on Polychain. Sorry. Like they're gonna IPO. I'll lay
Here's
my
my
chips there.
feelings right here. I'm gonna share it on the screen.
Pull it up.
It is pulled up. It's my feelings on everything.
Hmm. Oh yeah, didn't they take all of his stuff and like didn't he have to go in front of Senate and all of this stuff? Like
Yep.
or he was being investigated and now everything's fine.
Yeah, is this legal?
This is old news, right? But crypto Twitter has goldfish brain, so it's not like they
Dude, it
remember
was like
this.
2 months ago or something. It was like 6 months ago. It wasn't even that long
No, this
ago.
is a year
Can
ago.
they
This
get
happened a year
arrested for
A year
defamation?
ago. A year
I
ago.
don't know if anything happened on the call.
No,
sheet
it got
side,
dropped.
but it's one thing to have competition, right? But I think it's another thing to
So
start
getting paid
pulling-
to shill versus getting paid to lie about someone's illegal activity. It's a pretty big difference. It's like starting to do something.
But what's funny is you get this $2 billion investment into Polymarket, and I mean at the end of the day, it's all gonna come down. They did this in Brazil. Like if you want to sports bet, you have to KYC. And you can pix in and out unlimited amount of money. You can send in and out of money. You can, they're not going to cut your account because you're a winning player and all of this stuff. Like that's part of being regulated and following the rules and all this stuff. Like just because you're a winning player doesn't mean that they can cut you anymore. Um, so it's interesting to see that Polymarket still is getting all this mega investment, but still no like KYC, where now I think it was MetaMask today. They announced that you're going to be able to bet on Polymarket direct through MetaMask. And, who's MetaMask owned by? Consensus, like they're all getting in bed with each other. They're all collecting all the data. They're all going to be regulated. They're all going to track, trace, report, and I think like you're going to have to KYC if you want to do sports betting. They have this now with poker. Oh, you want to play poker in the States? Okay. And if you're in this state, you can, this state, you can't, but you need the KYC. We have to report, we have to follow the regulations. And people
There
don't
will
care.
always be, but there will
But retail
always
doesn't
be,
care. Only
yeah,
crypto people care. Retail doesn't care.
yeah. Retail
Like,
doesn't care about.
like
They're used
normies.
to it.
Yeah. And that's part of it. But like,
You have two types of people that feel that care in crypto. Those that are privacy focused and feel like it's nobody's business what I'm doing, and those that are trying to hide their wealth.
Oh, by the way, did you see the privacy coins pumping recently?
I
yeah,
want to say this,
Zcash was
though.
ripping.
I
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that they chose Zcash to pump. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
people remember, but like Zcash is like the least private of all privacy coins. There's not even enough people that use the privacy features for it to be private. So like the fact that people decided like we want to pump Zcash and just started shilling Zcash, it drives me crazy to see this on the timeline. So it's like it's not it has a privacy feature, but nobody uses it. So when you do use it, it's
You're the
easily
odd one out.
identifiable.
Yeah.
I'm all
It's
about
just
Monero.
stupid. Shill Monero, yeah. If you really care about privacy, you'd be shilling Monero.
It is going up a little bit.
Monero?
Yeah, but a lot less than Zcash.
Whatever happened post the Qubit thing?
I think it was a nothing burger.
I mean, it was a something burger, but like it's Are they?
It
have
was
they
like
built
it-
solution? I mean, I know like it's a nothing burger in the sense that like funds are Seifu, but like they still show.
I forgot. I was reading about it. It was like not like it was not accurate to what was reported. Basically, it wasn't as big of a deal as they made it out to be. But I forgot the details, to be honest.
So what about this quantum computing and Shkreli mega short? Did you see this?
No, but I want to clarify something because even my close group of friends who are very crypto native, they didn't know this because people are so like nobody pays attention to Bitcoin anymore.
Hmm.
Bitcoin is a quantum safe asset by nature. And
Is it?
It is if you have proper address hygiene. So a lot of people don't understand that the UTXO model is very different than Ethereum's address structure, is very different than Solana's, where with Bitcoin, I had to actually like literally I'm gonna read exactly what I wrote to my friends because so the gist of it is though, like as long as you every time that you receive funds, when you send funds, you're sending the rest of your funds to a new address. Your public key is not on chain. Whereas with almost every other asset, I'd say every other popular native chain and base asset that people are using, your public and private key, your public key is on chain the moment you pretty much create the account. So whether you send or receive from it, as soon as you send or receive funds, your public keys on chain. But with Bitcoin, that's not how it works. So you'll see a lot of talk about like, whether it's quantum safe and how everything's fucked because of quantum computers. But okay, so this is what I had to say to them because they were arguing about it. They were talking shit about someone who posted something about like Bitcoin being quantum resistant, and I had to chime in because I'm like, okay, even my friends who are like very crypto native seem to have forgotten this, but being quantum resistant is quite literally one of BTC's largest selling points. Okay. And it was shilled for like the early part of the decade. And then I had a developer friend try to argue with me about it. So I had to set him straight. And where I got to find where he started arguing with me so I can share what was said here because he. All right, here we go. So he said, what do you mean? It's on chain when it's sent to? And I'm like, yes, once it's sent, not when it's received. So your public key is only revealed once you spend, like I said, it's not you. When someone sends you Bitcoin, the transaction output is locked to your address. The blockchain records that the funds were sent to the address, but because the address is a one-way hash to the public key itself is not revealed. So in case like people still don't know what that means, when you decide to spend funds, you have to provide two pieces of info with Bitcoin, your digital signature plus the public key. That's when your public key becomes public. It's not on chain until you send, because that's when you push the public key to chain. So if you are just receiving funds to a fresh address, those funds at that address or that key pair are not at risk. Because there's no way to query and try to you don't have the single piece of information, the public key that you need to try to use your quantum computer to decode and find the matching private key. It doesn't exist on the blockchain.
What about the OGs that are on the original wallets? I think they needed to migrate, right?
If what?
If they're on the OG wallets, like from 11 years ago, I think they needed to upgrade. They needed to update
you don't
their.
need to upgrade to fucking SegWit addresses. SegWit is the stupidest fucking thing ever. So fucking stupid. yeah, let's purposefully like hinder ourselves by
And what about Lightning, bro? What about the world using Bitcoin to transact? Whatever happened to
Lightning's
this
a
narrative?
fucking honeypot and doesn't work anyway.
It's for pedophiles.
Yeah, pedophiles use the term Lightning Network to signal to one another where to pay each other from.
That's how they introduce kids to crypto.
Okay, now go on
Jesus.
about the quantum computing thing. I just wanted to add that because this was like just a couple weeks ago. I feel like I had this conversation. It was a month ago that I had this convo with them. And I
No,
was
it's
surprised. I'm like, how am I the only person in this group chat that knows this? Like, we've all been around for about the same amount of time. They're all, quote unquote OGs in that sense, been around since 2013, 2015. And like, they all seem to have forgotten this. They have EVM rot.
No, it's Shirkelly. Shirkelly is short like all these.
Oh, bro, I shared a video about it.
Dude, he's
Because
good.
he
Dude.
thinks what quantum computers are gonna crack crypto. What's he short?
He was getting
No,
margin
he's
calls.
short. He's
I
short
did
all
too.
these like random quantum computing stocks, and then he sends people to the offices, or Twitter people go to the offices, and it's like like a fucking one-story brick building of a company that has like a $10 billion market cap or something. He's like, fuck this, we're shorting all of this.
Bro, hold up. Wait till you see this shit. This is fucking hilarious. Look at his account.
Isn't he down? Is he up or is he down?
Massively, but he gets margin called by the head of North American sales at JPM,
So good.
Hello?
and he's on screen.
Turn
He's
it up.
streaming
Turn
live.
it up.
Yes.
Sorry to call you so late. Is this a good
Perfect.
time
Having a rough day. Who's this?
to talk? Yeah, us too. This is Connie Rogers. I'm calling from JV. I just got out of a meeting, and I was wondering if you had some time to speak a little.
Yeah, I mean, I already talked to a whole bunch of people, so who are you?
I'm actually one of the directors at the top. I just got done talking with a few people in a board meeting, and I wanted to let you know that, first off, Jamie's aware of the situation that we're in right now.
Sorry, say that again? Who?
Jamie is aware of the situation that we're in. I'm sure I don't have to
Great.
So you can just assume that this is not a good call.
Yeah.
Here. Right. So I wanted to let you know that we let you a lot, and we're frankly rather disappointed. We put a really
Oh, you think I'm happy?
well, we're more upset right now, and we're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we have to deal with, and it's frankly something that I can't believe that we. I don't know. So it looks like SRPT is that some kind of like therapy company? What even is this?
The pharmaceutical company. I'm the farmer bro.
I'm the pharma bro.
That's fantastic.
Is it a skit or is it real?
1,000
This
shares.
is
'Cause
real.
she's
800.
stuttering too much.
We lent money to you because of the Kasava thing that you
Yeah.
did earlier. It seems like it was a really great investment and that you make informed decisions. This seems like it's not on that spectrum at all.
Well,
Does
it just happened, so maybe you could cut me some slack. And, Keith was vouching for me. I don't know how it's gotten so serious to Jamie. I mean, come on, you guys have bigger things to worry about, right?
I mean, it could get a little bit bigger, isn't it?
I guess stock can't go down more. I don't think it can go down more.
I hope you are aware that this is not going to happen again. We are not going to extend any leniency. We're not going to extend any credit or anything to you ever again going forward.
Well, it's a little late for that. We got a $20 million
Down
problem on
13
our
mil
hands. So if you
with
want to force my
JP.
hand, maybe this will become a $50 million problem. So you better work with me. And, back off. Your other colleague called and basically threatened me, which is crazy. I don't even know what position you have at the company.
Sir, I'm the head of the North American markets.
Okay.
And
Head of all of North America?
all of it.
Okay.
All of it.
Well, listen, we're going to work this out somehow. I got some.
That would.
Yeah.
We definitely are, aren't we?
Yes, I have some assets at Goldman. I think the stock might go up again tomorrow. I think maybe it could.
Maybe. So
Rebound.
good.
I hope so. How often are your picks good?
You guys have my account. I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, good shape. Great job.
Well, obviously not right now, but
No, not right now, but definitely fast, soon. Hopefully tomorrow.
yeah, Goldman. Goldman is a yeah. I mean, I have some cash.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't care what you have to do. I would really appreciate to get this sorted out as soon as possible.
Okay. I'm sorry for the
Much appreciated.
inconvenience. I didn't intend for this to happen. It was like a perfect storm.
Certainly, yeah, that's how it goes. Hope you have a great evening, and you'll be hearing from us very soon.
Thanks.
Fucking idiot.
So good. So good.
I'm the pharma bro.
I'm the
It's a
farmer.
pharma
Bro. I
company,
think
I'm
it
a
will go up
pharma bro.
tomorrow. I think that was
Maybe.
good. Maybe. Oh, we have to watch his streams more, dude. Is he just aping every day? But the
I
problem is he
believe
just
he's
sits there and he
streaming every day.
doesn't talk. He just sits there and for hours. Every time I tune in, he just sits there.
Chat, is this a good pick?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, what was that? What was that boomer talking about? He's like, people are starting to call ChatGPT chat. And I'm like, immediately
Never.
when you tagged me in that, I was just like, chat, is this real? Chat, is this true?
No, that's fucked up.
Nobody's
What else we
calling
got?
ChatGPT
Quantum
chat.
compute. So quantum compute is going to zero. Not well. The Google guy just won the Nobel Prize for quantum computing. I got to read up on that, but yeah, he just won this week, maybe yesterday, I think.
I just feel like what consumer applications is quantum computer being used, in or for? Like how are people like? I that's where I'm confused here, right? Like
Rent a quantum computer, dude. Just like you rent NVIDIA chips, you can just rent one, dude. That's the future.
I don't think they'll allow that. I don't think that's happening.
No.
They'd have to figure out how to neuter it first. Like
It's like
give you-
ChatGPT 1, right? It's like a dumbed down version.
they'd give you a UI that would allow you to use the quantum compute to do very specific tasks. They wouldn't just let you have a quantum computer to start cracking fucking passwords and shit. Not happening.
What else we got? What's happening in the trenches, Denton?
Binance, Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah, talk to us. We were talking off stream about it. What is it too late for people to move over? Was whatever the fuck you bought accidentally?
Yeah, I would say it might be too late, but if it's gonna turn out like how previous stuff turned out, then it's definitely not, because the highest market cap is like 200 mil or something. So I mean, Solana had runners to like 1-2 bill, right? Ethereum had runners to like multiple billions. So it really depends how much the Binance cartel is putting into this. But it's like random fucking Chinese memes, like mascots of things. Like Binance has a new mascot every fucking day, apparently, because there's like all these different mascots that are Binance mascots that are just keep
So
pumping.
good.
There's always a different mascot around the corner. the fucking mascot. And like, dude, they made like Aster, Inu, and that just made me laugh. It's like the lowest effort shit. It's like 2021 nostalgia.
I was seeing there's a bunch of AI images of CZ with like Aster people going around. He had to like
You
make a
can-
post about it.
Now with AI, you can make a Shiba Inu version of everything, and then just make that Inu coin, like CZ Inu,
It's
Like-
happening.
like the mascot of Binance Inu.
Yeah,
If the mascot is not a dog, then make a dog version of it.
there's pictures of him with like some Aster women, and he was like, "This is not a real picture." Like,
Yeah, I
that-
commented. I said it looks pretty real.
It did. It looked really real.
Look
And
good.
then Hirsch comments, "Yeah, but this is real." He's like, "It's like his older brother is what some high-ranking guy at Citadel." Let me see what his brother, what position his brother is, but it's kind of crazy. CZ's older brother is the CEO of Citadel Securities,
Really?
Peng Zhao.
Seriously? I knew who the CEO was, but I didn't know that it was his brother.
Supposedly.
Or did
A
they
buddy
just
of
have
our-
the
a
same
buddy
last
of our-
name?
A buddy of ours quote tweeted and said, "This is real though," and it'd be funny if it was AI and CZ was just playing into it. That the picture says it's insane that CZ's younger brother is the CEO of Citadel Securities, Peng Zhao, and CZ commented, "Older brother."
Some
Which would be
things
really
I'm
crazy.
just shocked at how much it pumps the price, like the Polycoin pump, just because it was like featured in some tweet that Binance tweeted without even naming anything. But it was already known that it's like related to them, but then a single tweet sends it from like 3 million to 70 million. So even though it's not an endorsement of any specific coin, there's like a few of them. But whatever, that's how it works. And people are speculating it's going to get listed. And you remember how that was with the AI coins.
The thing about BNB is like it's a market that Euros and Americans like don't have access to the alpha because
It's the most active when Americans are asleep and there's no Americans in any
yeah, 'cause
chat.
that's what I was gonna say because it's a
Like
lot of
morning time, Europe, yeah.
it's Asia. Like Asia
Yeah.
fucking loves
Yeah,
BNB.
yeah.
Asia, BNB is. I said it before when everyone was at the Soul Trenches. I'm like, Solana's just fucking BNB for white people in San Francisco.
I'm sick of Solana, dude.
I feel like everyone's sick of.
Send me the next shitter, the next 1000x, all eight.
I'll try. I have no like alpha. I was just spray and praying. And
Dude, why don't we just do the Denton fund, dude? The Denton BSC
Yeah,
chain.
yeah.
The Denton BSC
We
chat.
can try that.
You can field us all the alpha that you're getting from your. We'll be the third line in the telephone.
Dude, my alpha is like buy every contract that I see. That's it.
All right, we all know what BSC stands for, but what does BNB stand for?
No idea. BSC is buy shitcoins. I saw it. I stole that. I stole that from somebody. I saw that on Twitter.
Binance scam chain. They used to
I'm
say
not that. I'm not that fast. BNB.
Build
Bed and breakfast?
something. Build something better.
No, on the website, November 8th, 2024, Binance. What does BNB stand for? It stands for Binance Coin. What the fuck? BNB
What is
actually
C?
stands for Binance Coin. Okay,
That's
where's the
perfect.
C? Where's the C? Which is the native crypto for. Okay, sure, but it literally says, have you ever wondered what BNB stands for? It stands for Binance Coin. Where's the C, dude? BNB. Not BNC. The world will never know.
That's all I got, boys. It's
All
been
right,
fun.
we'll see you on
See you on
Friday, and then next week we start the double decker back-to-back options talk. Trying to
Yeah,
get
next-
some BSC whale on so he can show us some real alpha.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know that sometimes I sit on Chinese, but this is before this new hype of Chinese Twitter. I would sit on like the Greeks live and the Binance like spaces and shit that's in Chinese, thinking that I would fucking learn something. Just sit there for like an hour, dude. I got nothing. Didn't learn nothing. All
Have
right,
fun.
peace.
Later, boys.